guys, I noticed something crazy just now. Like, isn't it funny how we suggest that like 9/11 happened on the same day that Yeshua was born? Well, in Isaiah chapter 9, verses 6 through 7, it says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulder, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end, upon the throne of David and over his kingdom, to order it and establish it with judgment and justice from that time forward, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this." It's very interesting how that's like a messianic prophecy. And then in the very next passage, or in the very next part of the passage, in verses 8 through 10, I've literally said before that this was a 9/11 prophecy. "The Lord sent a word against Jacob, and it has fallen on Israel. All the people will know Ephraim and the inhabitant of Samaria, who say in pride and arrogance of heart, the bricks have fallen down, but we will rebuild with hewn stones. The sycamores are cut down, but we will replace them with cedars." It's very interesting how, like, the bricks have fallen down, right? The bricks were made of straw, so they were very weak, right? Because bricks back in the day they were made of straw. They were very weak. They could fall very easily. And they said, well, we'll just rebuild, something better. So like the 9/11 towers fell in New York City on 9/11/2001, aka Yeshua's birthday. This messianic prophecy just spoke of that, and then the very next verse talks about how their bricks will fall down. Okay, World Trade Center fell. Or the two World Trade Centers fell, and then they commissioned immediately some people to build the one World Trade Center. And it's very interesting because there was a literal church right by one of the 9/11 towers, and a piece of steel from the towers hit a sycamore tree, okay? In verse 10 it says, "The sycamores are cut down, but we will replace them with cedars." So a sycamore tree was cut down by a piece of steel, and then that church, like, I think it was like not that long later, they held a ceremony to dedicate the cedar tree that they replaced it with. So it's like prophecy is cyclical, right? So you don't always, it's almost like you have like one fulfillment, then you have like an intermediate fulfillment, you have an ultimate fulfillment. I had a discussion, okay, with a theologian about this. But there are at least 3 different fulfillments of like each prophecy. Like there's an immediate, an intermediate, and then like an ultimate, basically. So you had the immediate fulfillment of what happened to Israel. You had the intermediate of probably that was the 9/11 and the World Trade Center. And then you have the ultimate fulfillment. I don't know, maybe Yeshua's coming. I don't know. Basically that whole passage talks about how their pride was such a problem that they thought that they could just rebuild, and they're like, we'll make it bigger than it was before. And I think the one World Trade Center is actually bigger than those other 2 towers were before. So it's like, nothing new under the sun, folks, nothing new.